What's up, everyone? Welcome to the cracka crumbs update. I did get a shipment in today. I got some comics from the comic book store, and I look like a mess because I jumped out of the shower. It is kind of late. It's almost, it's 10 o'clock, so I'm trying to keep very low because fiance's sleeping. I'm going to show you a couple of the comics I got from the store and a couple things that really pissed me off, and show you the shipment. So, if I can get my hair in check, we'll move on. I did get a question from one of my friends asking me about the X-Men #1 books that I showed. He was asking, he didn't even know that there were 5 covers, and he wanted to know what the difference was. Basically, there were 4 covers and then one special one that had all the covers, which is this one right here. Basically, the difference is this is the one cover. On the back, they have the other cover. If you open it up, there's the Magneto cover. You open that up and there's like a special poster. And then same thing on the back. You open it up. There's the Storm Beast cover and the other part to the poster. So that's pretty much the only difference. It's all the covers in one and it's a little thicker of a book. But moving on to some of the comics I got today at the comic book store. One of the ones I got, which I just thought was an awesome cover, is Astonishing X-Men #53. Very cool. I got Batman Incorporated #3. Very cool. I haven't even had time to bag these because I've been just really busy today. This one's kind of an old one, but I love the cover, even though I'm not really a Lizard fan. But this is Amazing Spider-Man #691. Reflective cover's pretty cool. And that, excuse me, kind of ringing. Oh, sorry, dropping stuff already. Hang on one sec. There we go. Show you that in a sec. But this comic actually brings me to what kind of pissed me off a little bit. And I'm not going to badmouth comic book stores because it's not really what I like to do. I mean, I will tell you ones that suck and stuff like that. But this is one of the stores I frequent, and it just kind of aggravated me a little bit. Most comic book stores are really cool. They put stuff aside for you if you ask them to. Some comic book stores charge you like a little bit of stuff. You know, like you have to buy a box, and they put your stuff in the box. But then, no big deal. Lately, I haven't been able to go to comic book stores weekly all that much, just because of just funds. My funds are pretty much done, and so I kind of told my comic book stores like not to pull anything from me, which is so it's not really their fault in a way, but this is just, like I said, this is something that's gonna piss me off. I went into a comic book store I usually frequent today around like 1:30, give or take. The store usually opens up at 10:30, give them whichever on comic book days. And I was looking for this because I saw it online, and it's the 50th anniversary of Spider-Man, so he's been around 50 years. And I saw all the variants, and I liked the variants. I thought they were awesome, and me, I'm not really a variant person, but I wanted to kind of get all the variants because they just look really cool. But when I went in there, I found the original one, which it looks like this. It's got all the Spider-Man on it. It's a pretty thick book. It actually costs $5.99. But this is celebrating 50 years, as you can tell, right up here. It shows all the Spider-Men that have been around on there, which is pretty cool. And this is what's pissed me off. I looked around in the comic book stores looking for the variants. I'm like, what the hell, they don't have any, what's going on? Looked around, went up, asked the guy at the counter. I said, do you have any of the variants for Spider-Man? He's like, yeah, they're over by the new releases. So I go over there and I look. I still couldn't find it, and I went back up. I was like, I don't see them. And so he comes over and he's like, yeah, they're right here. And right above the new releases is like a little itty-bitty shelf that have like the expensive books. And of course, there were all the variants going across, and they were selling for $50 to $60 a piece. And they just came out today. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I asked him, I was like, why are they so much money? I was like, this is, it's $6, even with a variant. Like, even if you paid 10, that's a little crazy, considering it just came out. And he told me that they sold out already, and those are the ones that they pulled from this morning's, like when they got the shipment in, they pulled a couple just to keep to the side. And due to supply and demand, they don't know if they're going to get another shipment of first printings in, especially with variants. So they took the covers aside, put them in bags and boards, and put them up there and charged $50 to $60. If you have seen the variants, they probably are going to be worth money because it's 50th anniversary. I mean, I do have a couple of old Spider-Men, from 30th anniversary, the 20th anniversary, and stuff like that, and they're not worth a fortune, but they're up there. But it just pissed me off that they came out today, and the variants are really cool looking. They have like one from the 60s where Spider-Man, it's a yellow cover, and Spider-Man's getting bit by the spider. And then they have, I actually wrote it down. Let's say they have 1960s variant, which is yellow cover, a 70s variant, which is a red cover, an 80s variant, which is a white cover, a 90s variant, which is a blue cover, and a 2000 variant, which is a purple cover. How do I know this? Not only did I look them up, but because the comic store I go to and a couple other ones I went to today just to look for them were doing the same exact thing. That's what I'm saying that pisses me off. That's how they rip people off. I went to Midtown Comics, and I had to order them from Midtown Comics. They had all the variants, and they were charging, instead of $5.99, it was only $5 a piece because they were giving me a discount on all the new ones, and they only charged me $2 shipping. So it's unbelievable, because now I gotta wait to for these to come in the mail, which is alright. You know, I like getting stuff in the mail, but it just sucks that comic book stores are gonna try to rip you off like that. It came out today, and they're alright. They're okay. They're gone. That's one thing. And even if you did pull a couple and you're gonna sell them, you don't sell them 50 to 60 bucks a piece. Like the yellow one was going for 60. I did write it down. Let's see. Yeah, the yellow 1960s one was 60 bucks. The red 70s was 50 bucks. The white 80s was 50 bucks, the blue 90s was 60 bucks, and the purple one was 60 bucks. So that's insane. And basically I paid 35 bucks for the shipping and all the books at Midtown that are going to be shipped, and I'll probably get them by Friday. But moving on to my shipment after I've done my little rant to feel a little better. A couple ones I got in the mail that were already kind of opened, and my fiance thought they were hers, but they aren't. But I got Uncanny X-Men number 182 for $1. Rogue. Actually shaking a little bit. I was just so pissed off over a comic, which you don't really see that often. I'm kind of like, I'm still pissed. But I am getting them in the mail, so I guess I really can't complain. But it just aggravated me that people did that. Comic book stores. Another one I got in the mail. That was $2. It was the Amazing Spider-Man annual, double-size annual number 19. I just thought it was an awesome cover with Mary Jane, with the open up her shirt for Spider-Man, kind of like a Superman joke kind of thing. These bags and these boards suck ass, so that's why they all look wavy and stuff like that. But moving on to two that I did not undo yet. So we're going to take a look. Get my lovely knife. Try not to break anything. It's been one of those days, so just bear with me. I apologize if I seem to have somewhat of a tone, but I'm just a little pissed. I'm still pissed, and it's been, you know, it's 10 o'clock at night and this happened at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm still pissed off that they'd rip you off like that. And they're a great comic book store. I mean, they're not the best with having stuff in stock, because other comic book stores do have a lot more, like they feature more towards other things, but it just aggravates me that they were doing that. Alrighty. Wow, they really boarded the hell out of this thing. Alright, anyway. Definitely have to put new bags in this thing. At least they taped it well. Jesus. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what's in here. Alright. This I did not get when it came out. I was a little pissed off because I missed it. One of those things, you know, I forgot it came out. Go there, you missed the first printing and stuff like that. But this is the Uncanny X-Men, the final issue, number 544. Had to have it because I'm an X-Men fan, so need it, want it, gotta have it. This actually cost me how much was it? It was $5, and then it was free shipping, so that ain't bad. Moving on. Moving on. Just making sure there's nothing else in here, because they really boarded it pretty good. Alright, there isn't. Just checking. You never know. Alrighty. Let's put this somewhere over here. I'm a mess today. I apologize. Alright. Last one. Sealed pretty good. Haha. Alrighty. Let's put this down there. Alright. Most people know, I mean, especially if you watch my show, I was showing that my first comic I ever got was a West Coast Avengers. I can't remember what number it was, but you'll see it again, trust me. It was in kind of rough shape because basically I read it so much, it went to hell just for me reading it all the time. So I was looking into the West Coast Avengers, some of the comics. I was going to buy that one, rebuy it, so I had a better one in better shape. And something I didn't even know, but the West Coast Avengers, before it became a series, they actually had a limited series, much like a lot of things in the 80s had their own little limited series to see how they would do. Like Wolverine had a limited series, it did well, they gave it its own series. Basically, the West Coast Avengers had their limited series, and I found these online. They were $1 a piece, and then it was $2 shipping and handling or something like that. So they got West Coast Avengers Limited Series #1. Very cool. #2. Got #3. And last but not least, obviously I got #4. So very cool. I have the whole limited series now of West Coast Avengers, which is pretty awesome. Moving on to the last thing that I have. It's something that it's kind of odd. Well, it's not odd, but I did have this as well, as you can see, it's a poster tube. I did have this poster a while ago when I was a kid. My mother bought it for me, and when I moved into my grandmother's house, you know, a couple of years ago, actually 10 years ago, when I was living there. My uncle is a cool guy, but you know, he was as much as he doesn't want to admit it, he liked to drink, and went into my room one time and just destroyed a lot of my stuff, and destroyed my poster that I had to find technically. It was actually one of my favorite posters, and it really pissed me off because when I got home from work, I looked on my wall and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? Something's missing. And I look on the because I lived in the upstairs bedroom, and I saw my window was open, looked out the window, and there my poster was ripped into pieces, and it was all over the ground. It was everywhere. Like, even the pieces weren't all there. They must have blown away. They were drenched because it was raining, so it was just beyond shot, and that just really just pissed me off to no end because, you know, my mother got it for me, and you know, and it's one of those things that I loved. I just, because I'm a comic book person, so and I've been trying to find that poster for years and years and years. Just can't find it because it's so old. It was from the 80s, and so it's very hard to find. But I did find this, which is I'm going to show you. It's the poster. I'm going to open it for the first time here. Just trying to get it so it's not destroyed. I found this online through lots of searching, and this is actually a smaller version of the poster I lost, so I guess you gotta kind of take the good with the bad. So technically it's the same poster, but it's just a lot smaller, and this is what it looks like. The X-Men. Very cool. It's brand new, never been touched. It's more almost like a print poster. It's kind of small, but you know what? It's the memory. It's I still like the poster, even though it's not the original, but it does remind me of the original, so it's kind of cool. I'm gonna try to find a frame for it, hopefully, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully, I'll get a better delivery soon. I'm waiting, but who knows? Sorry for my lovely rant. You know, that just really aggravated me that it's going for that much money. Those variants are ridiculous, but like I said, the silver lining is I had to order online, but you know, I'm still getting them. So when they come in, I'll definitely show you what they look like if you haven't seen them already. And I'll see you on the next episode or the next update, whichever comes first. Thanks for watching, and